Hi everybody, it's Brittany and welcome back to Jessie Said Go. If you've seen our introductory short, if not, you can find it on our channel. I mentioned that my family, my husband, our two children, Ava and Kai, will be traveling the world and we want to bring you all along with us. And when I say we want you to be on this journey with us from the very beginning, I really mean that. Thomas and I have been out of the country before, but our children have not. So in order for us to start this new world adventure, we have to get passports for our kids. So I thought it would be helpful to create a YouTube video showing everyone the process for getting a passport. Not only will I show you how to make an appointment, how to fill out the application, I'll also let you know about the fees that come along with a passport, as well as what documentation you'll need. So follow along. So we're going to start here on the USPS.com website. In this first drop-down menu, you can see where you can select the appointment type you would like to make. Do you need a new passport only, a passport with a photo, just photo services, or are you renewing a passport? Obviously, not all passport appointment locations have photo services, so if you do need a photo taken, you are going to want to select this option. There are some third parties that offer photos, like in the past it was like AAA, CVS, but I don't know what that is currently. I'm going to choose the photo services option. There is a $15 fee for a photo. Then you're going to select who you're making the appointment for. Are you having an appointment for multiple adults, for children? Just know if you are renewing a passport and getting new passports, you will have to make those appointments separately. I'm just going to select one adult here. I'm also going to search by location instead of by the date. Sometimes these appointments are pretty far out before there's any availability. I'm going to choose a random zip code here and search. And this is going to give me the options that are close to that zip code that I provided. There are multiple options here. I'm just going to go ahead and select the very first option, and then I'm going to hit the calendar here and choose the date that is available. This is then going to show me the available appointments, how many people I'm making the appointment for, and about how long the appointment is going to take. You will then enter your contact information there, and then you will get this confirmation page, which will have information about your appointment, where you are going, the time of your appointment, and any fees associated. Keep in mind, this is not the cost of the passport, but additional fees. Next, we're going to go to this website. I will link this below, where you will fill out the actual application for your passport. They do have a privacy policy here that they ask that you review. So you can go ahead, click that link, and review that information that is on the following page. And once you have looked at all of that information, you can go back, select the box that you've read it, and submit to get to the application. You are going to fill out online and print, so you're going to submit right there. And this very first page that you are taken to, you are going to fill out the information for the actual person who is going to be receiving the passport. So if you are filling out for yourself, you're going to put your information here. If you are filling it out for your child, you are going to put in their information, put their middle name there, not their last name like I did, and then all of the additional information that they are going to need. When you get down here to the bottom and it asks for the occupation, you can put a student if your child is in school. My son is a toddler, so I literally just wrote toddler in that box, and then you can put the name of the school if you would like. The next page is contact information for where the passport is going to be mailed to. So you can put your address or the address of the person that you are getting the passport for. So if you're getting it for your child, you can put all of that information in there. And then in this box here, again, if you're filling it out for your child, you're going to put your name there and then that you are the mother, the father, the guardian, the grandparent, whoever the person is filling out this application. Then you're going to scroll down the page a little bit. There is a preferred method of contact. You can choose email or both for mail and email. Put your email address in there, and then you can provide your phone number if you would like. On this page, it's going to ask, do you have any upcoming travel plans? So if you were ordering this passport because you are planning to take a trip in the upcoming weeks, this is where you would put that information. If you just want to have a passport so that you can take a trip eventually, then you can leave it blank. But sometimes people are specifically ordering passports so that they can take a trip that is upcoming. That has a lot of other things involved, making sure that it's expedited and that you actually receive it in time. Okay. Next, you're going to list the person as an emergency contact. Even though these boxes are not as strict as required, if you try to skip the page without putting in information, it will tell you the information is required. So go ahead and fill this out. Again, if you're a parent, you can put your information in there for your child. And then if you're filling it out for yourself, you can put your spouse, your best friend, your parent, whoever is your emergency contact. Okay, for this next part, if you have a passport or a passport card that is now expired, you will have to enter this information in here. So you click on that and you will have to provide it with your application when you go to your appointment, or if you're mailing it in, you will also need to mail in your expired passport or passport card. You've gotten rid of it because it was expired, or if you lost it, you can check that box there and then you do not have to submit it with your application. But this is just for future reference to not get rid of it if you do have one. Okay, so this next page is going to ask for your parent or spouse information. If you're filling this out for your child, once again, you are going to put you and your child's other parent's information here. You are going to, if you are married, if you're a woman and you're married, you're going to put your last name that you were born with, not your married last name. And then if you are a male, you're just going to put your first, middle, and last name. If you are filling this out for yourself, you are going to fill out your parents' contact information, so your parents' first and last names. If you are filling this out for yourself and you have had a name change for whatever reason, you would put any previous legal names you have gone by. After that, you will get this confirmation page. I've covered up some of our personal information. This just tells you, so this is just a review of the application. So all of the information that you have provided to make sure that it's correct. And if anything is incorrect or spelled incorrectly, you can go back and make necessary edits. Now on this page here, it does list all of the fees that are associated with the actual passport. There is an option for a passport card. That is not for international travel when flying. That is usually for cruising or driving. So if you're cruising to the Caribbean or if you're driving to Canada or Mexico, you can use a passport card. The book option is for traveling all over the world. So the fee for that is $100. There is an option to choose a large if you plan on doing a lot of traveling. For kids, the passport is good for 5 years. Anyone under 16, anyone over 16, it is good for 10 years. There are additional fees for if you need expedited shipping because you have a trip coming up, so on and so forth. If you decide you do not need the larger book, the standard passport has 28 pages. After you select, you are going to then be here to your confirmation page. It is going to tell you what you need to do for a child. Both parents or guardians must be there at the passport facility. So you and your spouse or your child's other parent must be at the appointment. You will get the passport photo taken there. If you did not select an appointment that requires a passport photo, you will have to bring that with you. You have to have the correct fees. So again, for this passport specifically, it is $135 plus the additional fee of the appointment. So I need to make sure that I have the money for all that at the appointment. Proof of citizenship. So for the child, it will be their birth certificate, and then proof of relationship. For the parents, it's going to be their just state ID or driver's license or anything like that. Again, if you are doing this for yourself, you will need your birth certificate and your ID application that you filled out. When you print it out and you have a hard copy, you will print it single sided, so do not use a double sided print option. My recommendation, it gives it to you in a PDF. So once you print the form, it'll open in a PDF. I will recommend saving that PDF to your computer so that once you print it out, if you lose it, the dog eats it, you spill coffee on it before your appointment, you can still reprint it if you need to. Okay, so now we are going to do an overview of everything that you will need to get a passport, starting with your appointment at your local passport agency. Again, if you are making an appointment for a new passport or for renewal of a passport, um, and if you need your photo taken, you have those options there. Choose something that is close to you. I recommend also choosing a place that also does photos. Again, there are third-party places, but it's just easier to get it all done in one place. If you're making appointments for people who need to renew as well as people who are getting brand new passports, those appointments also will need to be made separately. Next, we're going to focus on completing that application. So you can do that online on the computer and then save that PDF. Or if you really wanted to, you could print it out and write in black ink. Um, I don't really recommend that option just in the event that your handwriting may not be the greatest. It could be not legible and hard for the reviewer to read. Also with the PDF, you can save it and print it out again if you needed it for a second time because you lost it or it got messed up. In terms of documentation that you need to take with you outside of the application to your appointment, you will need a birth certificate and some form of photo identification. If you are doing it for yourself, you will need your birth certificate and your photo ID or driver's license. If you are doing it for your child, you will need their birth certificate and your photo ID. The fees that are associated with the passport, obviously the passport itself is $100. We then have the agency fees, that is $35. After that, you have your appointment fees. The first appointment fee is the acceptance fee of $35, and then you have your photo fee, which is $15. Also, keep in mind if you are renewing a passport, it is actually only $30. There is no agency fee. And if you are renewing it by mail, there will also not be an acceptance fee. But you still may need to make an appointment for the photo, and that photo fee is still going to be the same of $15. And then lastly, if you are getting a passport for a child, both parents do have to be present for that appointment to actually be had. So make sure you coordinate with each other so that you can both be there for that appointment. I hope everyone found this guided tutorial helpful for how to apply for a passport. I will make sure to link the websites for the application and for making an appointment in the description. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment below. I will respond to everyone. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and to follow our Instagram and TikTok accounts. See you soon.